Never heard this before. So I got another question for you, brother. How do we get over here? How do we get to this side of the world?
Bring it out.
No, I'm saying, did we come over here on vacation? We were colonized, and what else?
Break, heal, everything stripped from us.
What side of the world we was on?
We was on the opposite side of the world.
All right, what side of the world was that? What continent? Africa. And how we get over here?
We were colonized on the by the white colonizers that came over there, and
what they call it? What
Trail of Tears?
No, they call it the transatlantic slave trade. So read that, verse 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So do you know the story about Moses in Egypt? How he freed the Israelites from Egypt? You heard about it? So what was the Israelites doing in Egypt?
If I can quote it right, they were not, as they say, causing an uproar, but they were banding together.
All right. So what I'm gonna show you is that the same thing America did to us, colonized us and put us in slavery. That's the same thing Egypt did to us. Now Egyptians, they dark-skinned people too, but we're not of the same race. We're not of the same bloodline. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 5 and verse 6. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage.
So he brought us out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Bondage is a synonym for slavery. We were slaves in Egypt. Go to Exodus 1 and 17. Give me Exodus 1 and 17. Let's go farther. Let's go further into this. Let's go further into the slavery of Egypt. Read.
Exodus chapter 1 and verse 17. But the midwives feared.
Start at verse 12.
Exodus chapter 1 and verse 12. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
So the Egyptians, they hated us. They hated the fact that they had us in captivity, and we kept growing as a nation of people.
Right.
We kept growing. We weren't dying, we kept multiplying. Read on.
Verse 13. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage, in the mortar and in brick.
It said they made us serve with rigor. They fiercely made us serve with mortar and brick. What's in mortar and brick in Egypt? What everybody go to see in Egypt? The Great Pyramids. Guess who built them? We did.
That's right.
And we built them by force. They made us build them. We was their slaves. So all that black people or the Egyptians, no, that's not the case. Right. Scripture about a dog should not move his tongue in Exodus. Hey, what I said? A dog shall not move his tongue against the children of Israel.
Exodus 11 and 7.
11 and 7. Read that.
Exodus chapter 11 and verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
Let's see who the dog was. Read.
Against man or beast, that ye may know how the Lord does put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
The Lord said the Egyptians are dogs.
That's right.
They are nothing like us. That's the difference between the people. We are the top people of the earth. Right. We are the greatest people on earth.
That's right.
Give me Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
You're the greatest people on earth. Now let's get to your original question about the Sabbath day. Go to Exodus 20. So knowing all this, you just learned a lot of history. You learned that you came from the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
You learned that Christ came from the 12 tribes of Israel. He's the king of those 12 tribes, right? So let's see what we should be doing on the Sabbath day. Read.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Holy means separate. So you keep the Sabbath day separate from the rest of the days of the week. Read.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
So you got from Sunday to Friday before sundown to work. You know what I'm saying? To make your money, to do what you need to do to provide for your family. Because we hear this a lot. Oh man, I gotta provide for my family. I gotta work on Saturdays. The Lord giving you great instruction on how to live, on how you should do these things, right? So what day should you not work on? Saturday, right? Let's read on.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work.
What's the 7th day of the week? The 7th day? The 7th day of the week. Saturday, right? Saturday is the 7th day of the week. Read.
Thou, nor thy son, nor thy...
Should we work?
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work.
Should I wash this?
Thou shalt not do any work.
Should I fold my clothes?
Thou shalt not do any work.
Should I go cut the grass?
Thou shalt not do any work.
We shouldn't do no work on the Sabbath day. All right, so what else shouldn't we do? Should we cook? Let's see. Read that.
Exodus chapter 16 and verse 23. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord has said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath.
I got a question for you, brother. If he's saying tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath, all right, so if he was saying tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath, what day was he saying this in? If the Sabbath is the next day, what day has he been telling them this? No, so read it again.
Verse 23. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord has said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath.
All right, so if I tell you about something tomorrow, I'm saying the day before. So if we know the Sabbath is on Saturday, and he said what?
Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord.
That means he hadn't been talking Friday. He was telling you Friday. He was saying, look, tomorrow is going to be Saturday, and that's the holy Sabbath, right? Read.
Bake that which ye will bake today, and see that ye will see.
All right, so it's saying, you know, bake what you gonna bake, and you know, go ahead, cook what you gonna cook, boil what you gonna boil. That's what seed is going into. Read.
And that which remaineth overlay up for you to be kept until the morning. And they laid it up till the morning, as Moses bade.
All right, that's good. So it's a reason he was telling them that. He said he was telling them, go ahead, cook what you gonna cook, because on the Sabbath we don't cook. Go to Exodus 35. I think it's 3. 35 and 3. That's what I want. Read that. So we can't cook and we can't work. Read.
Exodus chapter 35 and verse 3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day.
So the kindle your fire throughout your habitations is talking about cooking. Now if it's freezing cold outside, should I not light a fire to some wood?
Gotcha.
No, it's not talking about that. You ain't gonna let you freeze to death. He's saying in terms of cooking. Yeah, because you can go a day without cooking. You don't have to necessarily cook every day. You can make you a cold cut turkey sandwich. You can make you a good old salad. Make you a submarine sandwich, cold. You can do all those things. Cheese and crackers, you know, Lunchables, all kind of stuff like that. But it's saying you can't cook. You can't go in there and fry no chicken. So come on in, my brother. You know who you are according to the Bible? Oh yeah, appreciate it. My sister, you know who you are according to the Bible?
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example.